It is absolute chaos in these crypto markets right now, but what we're observing is that XRP whales continue to accumulate. The EVM sidechain is ready to go live on mainnet. XRP DeFi is set to explode, and this brings us right up to that $5 to $10 XRP timeline. We're going to break it down in today's video. Now, we also have to cover, excuse my language, the Solana shit show. Is this part of a deeper plan with the VC pump gang behind Solana, timing up this dump in the, basically explosion of the Solana meme coin space, timing up with the FTX creditors set to be paid back here at the beginning of March? Is this part of a deeper conspiracy? We'll delve into that. And then we have just fantastic news to report here. DOGE is at the IRS and they have been given full access to all data at the agency. So as we've been saying, let all truth be revealed. All you had to do was stack some XRP and enjoy the show. That's what we're going to be breaking down here in today's episode. I appreciate you for stopping by. All of our community resources are available at zachrector.com. Here's your charts. Bitcoin back down here today, but did recover. We had basically a bounce on Ethereum. Everything was down today. Low volumes today, not much action. But now on the daily candle here, Bitcoin is starting to turn green up to 96,000. Basically just 3 months of accumulation in this range is making a lot of people bored. Obviously, I'm not invested in Bitcoin, but I do think that the chart here just looks fine. It is actually a healthy consolidation here in this range, and I do believe that Bitcoin is about to make its next move higher. Ethereum getting a little bit of love here today as Solana just imploding, and so we saw some inflows into Ethereum here today, up to 2,758 right now, but it's back down off the highs that was at earlier today, up to 2,842. And the point that I'm saying here is that if Ethereum can't recover, if Ethereum can't come back alive after Solana's just imploded, it's not looking good for Ethereum. Now moving on over to XRP, it's just okay. Down back to $2.61 today. Like I said, the broader market was back down. The volumes are very low. Crypto is basically dead today, been beat up. But we're going to show you here later in this episode that the XRP whales are accumulating. Now, a couple data points here. Darth Powell, 41% of all full-time jobs created during the Biden administration were government employees. This is fake economy, fake job numbers, a fake stock market. All of that's getting exposed as well, too. It's not just the crypto space that's getting exposed for the crypto cabal, the influencers, the shilling, the backdoor deals. That's all getting exposed. But in the real world, also, we're exposing what's taking place in our government. We're seeing here that our economy was completely fake. And it was basically just a dumpster fire economy that was handed over to Trump in this new administration. And that's what we're up against right now. But all of the protests that are taking place today in regards to DOGE and Elon and Trump, it's really ironic because if you actually look back, this is something that President Clinton and Al Gore did back in the day. In the 1990s, President Bill Clinton and Vice President Al Gore took on a challenge that few politicians dare to confront, cutting the size of the federal government. And you look here at the level, it's actually pretty incredible. The federal workforce shrank by 380,000 federal jobs, a 16% decrease in the federal workforce. And now DOGE and Elon and Trump, we're quickly approaching this level as the new tally is over 300,000 federal employees have been laid off so far. And so we're set to surpass this level here. But when you look at the size of government, how big we blew up, this was back in the 90s, right? This is 1990s when the Clintons had to cut and slash government by 16%. But how much we've grown since then, I think that it's well justified to be cutting the government back at a basically an equivalent level in the numbers, the 300,000 number. We still have a ways to go because our government just got so big. And for no reason either, other than just corruption, fraud, and padding the pockets of politicians in the DC swamp. It's an absolute joke, and we'll be doing just fine. I said this before, we could cut our military spending in half and still be well-funded. Still have the biggest military known to man and still be just fine. And this is not just for military spending. This is for most of our government programs. Most of these government programs we shouldn't even have. And so it's funny to see them protesting and up in arms, and they're freaking out just when we say we're going to take a look. And that's how you know how much corruption is really taking place there. But great news to report on today. The IRS granting DOGE officials unlimited access to the data. So I'm not going to say the name of some of those characters that are working at Doge, but it is pretty funny. Elon, Doge, and the gang, full access, and we're going to let all truth be revealed. We're absolutely here for it. Now, believe it or not, excuse my language, but we're going to break down the Solana shit show here in a second. I did so in this morning's update as well. But what's crazy is just all of this news coming out. This isn't the end of it. There's even more. Someone spent $1.38 million worth of Ethereum today to tell the world that there is Chinese-grade Neuralink, and it's already been mass implanted into their military and workforce to control them like bugs. Somebody sent and burned $1 million worth of Ethereum to get out some message about, basically these companies over there in China are already controlling people through chips and crazy. This is our timeline right now. And the reason why I'm sharing this is to show you how distracted most people will be from getting to the real utility and the real fundamentals and the real new financial system. The financial system that will run on distributed ledger technology. It's not going to be with all this silly stuff. And, shout out to Ethereum. I mean, this is some of the best utility that I've seen on Ethereum in a while. Being able to send out the message that we're being controlled by the AI, by the chips, by Elon, by everything, by the aliens, right? Mass distractions, keeping folks away from the real utility. Now, speaking of this Solana shit show, excuse my language, but this is just what it is. I find it very interesting, the timing of this event with Libra blowing up, and maybe this was natural and it kind of just got out of hand and they didn't mean for it to blow up. A lot of the insiders got wrecked on this, and that's why they're, trying to figure out how to distribute funds and make it right. There is no making it right. This is the meme coin trenches. It's every man for themselves, unless you're part of the inside cabal. And even if you're part of the inside cabal, you still might get wrecked. Okay? Welcome to the digital casino. But what's so interesting here is the timing of this event coinciding with the next unlock of payments set to be made here out of the FTX estate. FTX repayments starting on March 1st, with 11.2 million Solana worth over $2 billion hitting the market, could potentially be adding more sell pressure. Now, this is very important to note, though, because I actually went and looked here at whether or not these tokens were already sold, and they were. There was about 41 million Solana that was set to be sold off, which was well into the billions of dollars here. So this article right here from Cointelegraph, this is actually put out in March of last year, talking about the FTX estate needing to sell off $7.6 billion worth of Solana, and they were selling it off at a discount of 68%. And so when I looked into this, what I ended up finding is that most of this Solana has already been sold OTC, over the counter, at a massive discount. A lot of this Solana has been sold off at $60. So the good news is that this Solana has already been sold off basically to insiders, Pantera Capital, Galaxy Digital. These are the firms that have basically got OTC deals to buy this Solana back at $60. But the bad news is that as this gets freed up, basically the people that lost their money in FTX, they're going to receive back dollars. And those dollars were raised from Solana that was already sold to those insiders. But now you still have selling pressure from those insiders that have Solana already at a massive profit, because even though Solana, the chart on Solana has been absolutely wrecked, and I'll show you that chart here on Solana right here. This thing was all the way up at 295, and it's now down 40% to the level that it went during the largest liquidation event that we got on Monday, February 3rd. So, these guys that bought Solana for $60, that's not too bad of a deal when you can still sell it at a 100% profit, even more, right? Solana's at 180. So you're selling it at a 200% profit right now. And the timing of this I find to be very interesting, because like I said, this FUD is kind of hitting all at the perfect time. Libra blows up, FTX repayments, FTX creditors, did they buy it? Did they sell it? What's going on? Well, most of it's already been sold off to insiders, and it's the same VC pump gang, Mike Novogratz, Galaxy Digital, that was in on Solana from the very beginning that's now keeping Solana kind of propped up, but just more tokens that they're going to be waiting to dump on the community, which is why I'm staying clear from Solana, clear from Ethereum. People ask me all the time about all these other Ethereum layer 2s, all the other layer 1s that are competing with Ethereum. I'm not involved in any of that. None of that has been an exciting play for me this bull run. Are they going to, run a little bit? Is there a little bit of money to be made? Yeah, sure, but not a lot. Unless you're one of the insiders. If you can't tell by now, whether it's the meme coins or whether it's the layer 2s themselves, if you're not on the inside, if you're not part of the VC pump gang, you're not making the big bag. You're making a little bag at best, or you're getting your shirt taken from you. And why would I need to, bet on which is going to be the best? Ethereum layer 2 or layer 1s that compete with Ethereum? Why do I need to bet on that when the EVM sidechains come and going live here for the XRP ledger? And you're going to be able to take smart contracts that are written on the EVM platform, but use XRP as a gas token. Why do I need to try to make a bet on ETH layer 2s or other layer 1s that compete with Ethereum? I'm not really making bets on smart contract platforms right now. My bet's on utility, and the main utility being liquidity. That XRP ledger interoperability just started. The Acceler bridge integration is finally completed. The EVM sidechain DevNet is the first network to connect. EVM sidechain mainnet launch coming closer. So I say I'm not going to run around trying to figure out what's going to be the best smart contract platform when they're all going to have interoperability with the XRP ledger. That's the key takeaway for me here, is it's the hub and spoke model. The main hub of liquidity being the XRP ledger, and you got these spokes that connect us to all these EVM sidechains, Corium, all these other Flare, all these other networks around us. And so this is Piercis that's been working here with Acceler. Acceler made the bridge. Piercis working on the EVM sidechain. It's all coming together and it's ready to go live on mainnet. All coinciding here with the XRP DeFi explosion that's coming this year. This is why the whales and the smart money are still picking up XRP. This is from Ali Charts here. Whales bought 60 million XRP in the last 24 hours. Despite all this noise, the whales see what's happening. The whales continue to accumulate. All these distractions, all this noise, all this mess, there's still inflows coming into XRP, and in particular, the whales. And you're going to start to see this too. We saw the big transactions going through over the weekend with the ETF approval process accelerating. We're going to start to see these institutions continue to front run the ETFs going live. And then as soon as the ETFs do go live, there's massive inflows that follow. And so final comments, excuse my French. I say, don't let the soul shit show distract you from what comes next. $1.70 was the bottom for XRP. As far as where we're at in this cycle, this relative cycle bottom just came in. It was $1.70. That was it. We're not going lower. New cycle top incoming, and it's going to be an all-time high for XRP. And I put this tweet out a couple days ago. Another day closed higher. Are you prepared for $5 to $10 XRP in the next 60 days? I am of the opinion that we're about to get a run here. Bitcoin's going to go. Basically, there's a rotation out of Solana and silly stuff, and it's going to be back into Ethereum's getting a little bit, but it's going to be back into Bitcoin. It's going to be into XRP. New capital that's coming in is going straight into XRP. And so you're going to see XRP in the next 60 days run $5 to $10. I really think the range that we see is about $5 to $8. I think that too much sell pressure comes in to break $10. But if you look at what happened in 2021, XRP topped out around April, middle of April of 2021. I'm suspecting the same thing to be taking place here right now. And so as XRP approaches these levels, I'm getting ready. My XRP exit strategy has been tweaked just slightly based off of this new information, based off of the conviction that I have in this move taking place, and then a sell-off, the big black swan, that brings us back down, and that's going to be when I go back into accumulation. I've made a few last moves here. Just yesterday, I added to a few bags, and now I'm looking at updating my exit strategy on every single crypto position that I hold, because I think the next 60 days is it. As far as local tops, cycle tops being reached, and then we don't top out again till later this year. So please prepare yourself accordingly. I think that you have 30 to 60 days for XRP, for a lot of these other altcoins, and that's going to be it. This Solana degen thing blew up the alt season. It's not going to be a traditional alt season, but we have good reason for the altcoins that we hold for them to run. They have real adoption, real partnerships, real ecosystem, real community. They're going to run. They might be stunted on what we wanted them to go to, but they're going to run. So is XRP going to 20 bucks? Not quite yet. I think it's going to struggle to break 10 bucks. But in that move alone, you have a fantastic opportunity. XLM, maybe do a couple bucks. XDC, 50 to 60 cents. I could run down the list. HBAR, maybe breaks above $1, but I think it's running towards to $1, maybe tops out at about $2. It's happening in the next 30 to 60 days, in my opinion. For your other altcoins that you hold, you need to ask your question, not whether or not it's alt season. Don't be asking that question. Ask yourself, is it XRP season? Is it XLM season? Is it my meme coin that I'm holding? Is it about to run? Don't wait around for alt season. Don't be waiting around whether or not it's a super cycle or not. The next 30 to 60 days is it before we get smacked once again. And then we focus on accumulation once again during that moment. But for me, finalize your plan. Get ready to take your profits. Because, this is about to be it. This is the timeline, $5 to $10 XRP. Let me know in the comments down below whether you agree, disagree, where you're at with your positions. And I hope you appreciate our content on the way out. Everything's available at zachrector.com. I appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.